All right. Shalom. Before I start, we give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Chakarash. It's a lot. Damn. Bouncing camera. We give double honors to the apostles, Elder Grand Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim, walk them, learning and teaching the truth and sincerity. This can be another video. I would say it'll be quick, but depending on the spirit, that could change. But this video will be the term is based off the term "in the world." All right, what does that mean when brothers say it? It's a term that you'll hear, knowing that you're a Hebrew Israelite, doing the things that are coming back to law, statutes, and commandments, faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, in truth and in sincerity. It's a term that you hear, but it's you actually have to know. Don't just know what you're saying. All right, know us without readest. All right, like it's like it's in Acts. All right, because when we say, "Oh, that person's still in the world," or they got to come out of the world, someone walking by, they might not necessarily like the fuck what. Physically, yes, we are here with everyone else, but mentally and spiritually, we're in a different place. We're in a different zone. We're in a different arena. Therefore, we're looked at differently, and we are going to be judged differently. The regular base person, they are in an animalistic state. They chase after whatever makes them feel good, whatever smells good, whatever sounds good, whatever looks good, whether or not that's detrimental to their health and well-being. Like a dog. A dog might see a raccoon across the street or a squirrel, and there may be traffic booming up and down the street, but the dog doesn't care. Why? Because the dog doesn't understand things on a greater scale. All the dog sees is squirrel. I want squirrel, and it runs into the street and it gets obliterated. All right. That's what it means to be in the world, to be all about carnality. And that's what the difference between us, Lord willing, and those people that are all about their carnal business. All they care about is the sensual, and we care about the spiritual. All right, so let's get into it. John chapter 17. I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at you know what? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, I'll start at 25. So I start at 16. I'm gonna start at 16. It says John chapter 17, verse 16. It says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. And that ultimately is what it is. The evil, all right, is also, saying someone's in the world, they're in their evils. They're still chasing the wickedness. All right, this is Yahushua praying for his elect. He said, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, meaning what? To kill them, but that thou shouldest keep them from evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. All right, so yes, we're physically down in here, but we're in a different mental state because we're not busy chasing evil all the damn day like everyone else is. Another example being, let me get First John, because this is all that's in this world. This is all First John chapter 2. Verse 15, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right. It says, for all that is in the world. So this is when we say someone is in the world. All right, listen to the scripture. These are it's a key scripture to help you understand a person that is in the world, their mind state in their life. All right. First John chapter 2, verse 16. It says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, all right, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. He that doeth the will of the Most High Power abideth forever. So that's what that means. Someone is in the world. They're what? They just want what they see. They just want what they can feel. Oh, she bad, son. She bad. Hey, she's married, man. She bad, son. I don't care. Niggas see a car, man. I gotta have that car, man. I gotta. Fuck, man. I'm gonna have to rob a nigga. That's the mindset of a person in the world. The same way, like I use the example with a dog. All right, put a treat if you got a dog, put your dog's favorite treat in front of them, and don't like just hold him down and then let him go and watch him bomb rush the treat unless you have them on call commands. And even still, they're going to be fighting the urge to bomb rush that treat. Why? Because they're in the world. All they understand is physicality. All they understand is their lust, their pleasures, and their joy and their pride. That's what these people, this is all they know. That's why these people can't come into this truth. They're not willing to be lowly. They're not willing to lose out in this world, but to be mentally in a different place, to be spiritually in a different place. All right. Yes, we walk past you, people. We drive past you. We at the grocery store with you. We working right beside you. But upstairs, we're really in our spirit. We're in a whole different realm. We're thinking about different things. We're pondering and praying and looking towards an entirely different realm of existence. That's what makes the elected 1/3 not of the world. All right. Now let me get another one to back it up. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world." All right, so don't be conformed to what's popular in society, the things that these people want, the things that these people think a person should be doing, or what is correct or isn't correct. All right. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. All right. So that when we say, oh, someone, when we used to be in the world, I came out of the world, we were renewed in our mind. We woke up to our higher senses. All right. The only difference between, well, there's many differences, but the main difference between a human being and a dog, we have a sense of self-consciousness, whereas Esau likes the term self-aware. All right, really, it's just the Lord put the spirit in us. All right, like it tells you in that Sirach, we have understanding and speech. Animals don't have that. That's what puts us on a higher level. But the elect, the 1/3, they have an even greater sense of that. That's why they're above the average human being. The average human being is only one step above a fucking cat off the street. The only difference between a cat and a nigga is that that bastard knows how to speak English or Spanish or whatever. Even Esau, so-called white man. The only difference between Esau, the so-called white man, is a monkey, is that Esau knows how to speak. Therefore, they don't. Well, I ain't gonna say that Esau do be taking shits without washing his hands, but all right, being renewed out of your mind. That's how you come out of the world. We don't physically, when you get this truth, you don't disappear and zoom off somewhere, or at least not right now, but you do in the spirit, in the mind. You come to a different and greater level of understanding. All right. It says that ye may prove what is good, that acceptable and perfect will of the Most High Power. Come. So that's what entails being out of the world. All right. So establishing the point, the term being in the world is someone that's carnal, someone that is always chasing their lust, always chasing their pleasures, always chasing evil, rather, because you can pleasure in doing the work of the Lord. That's not wickedness. You can pleasure in helping brothers out. But when you're pleasuring in evil, all right, like off a SpongeBob, that's when you're in the world. All right. That's what makes people carnal or in the world or fleshly, all right, or sensual. All they chase is things that is wickedness, chasing getting high, chasing getting rich, chasing getting over on people. Though that's what makes when we say, oh, that MF are still in the world, or that MF are in the world. They may know they're Israelite, but they in the world, in which you can have that too. An Israelite who knows they're Israelite, but they're still in the world. They're still, if you imagine a balance, their focus is more carnal than it is spiritual. So they're still in the world. All right. Verse 1 Corinthians 11, and I'm gonna start at 31. It says, for if we judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. So now that you've come out of the world, you're put on a different pedestal, so you're held to a different and higher standard by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, so it says, well, for if we judge ourselves, But when we are judged, we are chastened to the Lord that we should not be condemned with the world. So we go through things because we know this knowledge. In contrast to these monkeys, they go through things because they don't know they're Israelites. So the cop will beat their head in. But since we know this truth, we have the faith, the cop may just write you a ticket, all right, rather than whoop your niggly bear head in, as what happens to these monkeys. All right, they get condemned with the world. They get a niggly death. We get a righteous punishment. All right, so that there's also, as the term is, with great power comes great responsibility. Knowing now, coming out of the world, being renewed in your mind, you have new obstacles to face. All right, we're not just dodging like it tells you in Ephesians. We are fighting against principalities of darkness. All right, against demons, against the spiritual demon Satan afflicting our minds and making us try to go off. These are the hurdles that we now have to hop over. We're not so much necessarily worried about the things that the people in the world are worried about. Getting killed, getting robbed, losing something. All right. Not going to college, missing out on a good job here. Those are things that these people worry about. We worry about things of the spirit. That's what makes us outside of the world and them inside of the world. All right. A person inside of a building has to worry about shit inside that building. They got to make sure the lights is on. They got to make sure all the water. And somebody outside, they worry about what? The weather patterns: rain, sleet, hail, snow. All right. We're not inside of this containment. We're outside, so we're worried about the things going outside. These bastards are still worried about uh just trivial shit, man. Oh, R. Kelly. Well, hey, man, be glad you're on a different level of higher understanding. All right, I just got this last one. So this is because even Yahushua said it. He basically hey, this is Luke chapter 9, verse 16. I'll end it on this. I just wanted to touch on the that word. And the brother Gabar from the GMS Psalm Assembly channel, he had made a term where he said, don't fear the world, rebuke the world. All right. Then that's also something too. Don't fear. We understand it. So there's nothing to fear here. All right. We hate it. If anything, yeah, rebuke this world, hate this world. Every time I got to step out the house, every day I wake up here. This is a shithole. It's nothing, we fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but you should actually hate this world. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. That's why the Most High told Ezekiel, make your face hard against their faces. Don't be scared of these monkeys. Hate these monkeys. These monkeys is wicked and going off. It doesn't matter if they kill you. Esau's so-called white man. It doesn't matter if they kill you. If you miss out on this, miss out on that. Their wickedness, hate them. Don't be scared of them. Because when you're scared of something, you'll do what it tells you. That's why these monkeys in the world do whatever the so-called white man tells them. Go get your children vaccines. Eat this every day. Eat a certain amount of meals every day. All right, go here. Learn this in school. Do this, do that. Why? Because they're scared of Esau's so-called white man rather than being scared of the Most High power. Therefore, they bend their knees to the will of Esau rather than to the will of our Father. All right, Luke chapter 9, verse 60. Actually, I'm going to start at verse 59. It says, and he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. So this is a Yahushai. There was the many men that began to make excuses. And he told one of them, he said, come follow me. And the one man said, I got to go bury my pops. Verse 60, Yahushai said unto him, let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of Most High power. So what does that mean? Were those people literally dead? No. But they were spiritually dead. When it says let the dead, that first section of dead, because yes, the father was actually dead, but his family wasn't. But they were spiritually dead. They were in the world. So being in the world, effectively you're dead, because that's all that's going to come to you on judgment day any damn way. All right, let the dead bury their dead. All right. So he's basically said, man, they're in the world. Don't worry about them. Come do this work. All right. That's another term you could apply to being in the world. Someone is dead. They're dead spiritually. They don't see the bigger picture. Their faces, they're face to face with a corner. They haven't taken 10 paces back and realized, shit, I'm staring at a fucking wall. They're all up in the wall. Oh man, all amazed. They didn't step back. I've been staring at a fucking corner for the past 10 damn years. They haven't taken that step back. So they're still here. They're dead. All right. So it's just another lesson. The term, I want to do some on it, so through the Spirit of God done. All right. So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Al-Shai, Bahashim Al-Hakrash, the honor to the apostles, and great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim, walking, learning, teaching truth and sincerity. All right. And as much as possible, be dead to this world. We're in this world, but not of this world. All right. Using the world, but not abusing the world. Yes, we're here, but we're not like them. All right. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.